I've seen this place before.
When?
2 years ago.
What?
On a Christmas card for my Aunt Louise.
Oh. Well, here's to Christmas, and here's to Aunt Louise, who always has great taste.
Well, here's to our spending Christmas together. You obviously have great taste.
Uh-oh. There's that little look in your eye I saw at the airport this morning. What's the matter?
Well, I suppose I better level with you. I've never done this before.
Done what before?
Well, I've never spent Christmas away from home before.
Really?
See, it's always been Mom and Dad and my 2 brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And my 5 cousins.
Aunt Louise.
And Aunt Louise. And Uncle Roy. And me. Together at Christmas. At home. I know that sounds strange.
No, it doesn't sound strange. It sounds nice. Real nice.
Well, just try to remember that on Christmas morning. I'll probably be a basket case.
Well, I can't take the place of your family, but I would suggest that you could bear one thing in mind.
What's that?
Home is where the heart is.
What are the chances that we both imagined that?
I didn't hear a thing.
Oh, good.
I don't believe this. I'll be right back. Yes. Hi.
Hi, Daddy. Mom said I could spend this Christmas with you.
I think you must have the wrong room.
Room 213, just like Mom said.
Then you must have the wrong daddy.
No, I don't. In fact, you look better in person than you do in pictures. But don't let that go to your head, Daddy.
Daddy?
Where should I put my skis?
Look, young lady, I'm not your father.
Mom said you'd probably say that. Well, you are the antenna, aren't you?
How did you know that?
Because you're my father.
Oh, aren't you glad you asked?
Mom didn't tell me there'd be somebody here besides you. Who are you, anyway?
My name's Rocket.
Rocket? What are you, a scientist or something?
No, it's just a nickname.
Look, while we're on the subject, what might your name be?
Marky Drummond. Marky's a nickname, too. But it's not as weird as Rocket.
Marky, would you happen to have a picture of your mother?
Yeah. Here it is. Now do you remember?
Well? Well, do you?
Kay Drummond, it's a girl I dated about, 12 years ago.
Marky, how old are you?
11 and a half.
Oh, boy.
Well, go ahead and do what you were doing. Don't let me interrupt you.
I'm ready. That's it. Isn't it okay, Vic?
better off now, darling. You can have so many nice Christmases ahead now.
No answer.
I guess she's gone.
I'll try the ski school.
I told you. She already told the director she wouldn't be giving any lessons till day after Christmas.
Marky, I get the feeling that you don't care one way or another whether we find your mom.
I don't. She's mean to me. For no reason at all. Sometimes she's okay. But most of the time, she's real mean. You are gonna let me spend Christmas here, aren't you?
Marky, we'll see.
Yeah, well, never mind. It's okay. I mean, I'd probably have a rotten Christmas here anyway. You don't even have a crummy tree.
Gotta find Kay.
You're damn right you do. Do you realize what that kid did in there? She moved in.
I know. Mind waiting here?
Not if you find her mother.
I'll do my best. Hi. You teach at the ski school?
Yeah.
I'm looking for an instructor. You might know her. Kay Drummond.
Oh, well, she's out of town. She said she was leaving right after she dropped Marky off to stay with her father.
Oh, fine, thanks.
Hey, you're him, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Sure, yeah. Tall, athletic, good-looking. She's been talking about your coming for weeks. Dan Tanner, right?
Yeah, right. Do you happen to know where Kay went?
No, she just said she wanted to get away for a couple days. Believe me, the time off will be really good for her. And for Marky.
What do you mean?
Kay takes a lot of stuff out on Marky. I mean, she's basically a real good person, a fantastic instructor. She made the Olympic team 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah, right, I guess you would.
Well, thanks for your help.
Hey! Oh, that's neat.
We'll just put the bear spot to the back,
great.
huh?
I love it.
It's all bear spot, huh?
Dad, I have something to put under the tree. It's for Mom. It's for you.
Do not open before Christmas.
You won't open it now, will you? Oh, I wasn't supposed to give it to you until after she called. She made me promise.
She's going to call?
Uh-huh. So don't open it now, okay? She'd be real mad at me if she found out.
Yeah, okay. Listen, why don't we all get washed up, cleaned up, and go out and have a little dinner and buy some ornaments for this wonderful tree?
Oh, could I take a shower? Mom never lets me take a shower at home because she says I'll get water all over the place.
Sure, take a shower.
Oh, good.
Just don't get water all over the place.
I won't.
Oh. What are you thinking about?
Well, a little girl comes to my door saying she's my daughter. And instead of an explanation, all I get from her mother is this.
Why don't you open it? We could rewrap it and Marky would never know the difference. It'll make you feel better.
Dan, this will have been one of my happier letters to you. Because I know that when you read it, Marky will be content and I will be dead. It's a suicide note.
Appreciate this, Eddie. Hey, wait a minute. Opening up this place to see if Miss Drummond is here is one thing, but searching a place, that takes a warrant.
Warrants take time.
Now, look, big fella, you're not in Las Vegas. Out here in the boonies, we take the time.
Look, you want to stand around waiting for a warrant? You might end up needing a death certificate.
Well, it's against standard operating procedure, but, just what exactly are you hoping to find?
Anything that might tell us where she is? Ticket receipt, hotel reservation, phone number?
Hey. Too bad we're not trying to find out something about you. You say she's just a friend of yours?
Well, we dated about 12 years ago. She made the U.S. Olympic team. She moved up here, we kind of lost touch.
Yeah, I remember. I hear she didn't compete in the Olympics because of that kid of hers. Hey, now, wait a minute. She has this one-man fan club. She writes you the suicide note because that's your kid, isn't it? You're saying it's not possible? So, we have an 11-year-old kid, a suicide note, pictures. It all adds up, doesn't it?
I'm not the girl's father. Tranquilizers.
Oh, maybe we ought to get those out of here, just in case the girl decides to come back intending to take a handful of them.
Oh, that's a good idea. It might also be a good idea to track down the guy who wrote that prescription.
Dr. Sutherland. Oh, yeah, he's a local shrink. I'll see if I can't track him down.
It's the only lead we've got. Look, I appreciate it if you let me know when you locate that psychiatrist.
Right.
And, I'm sorry if I came on a little strong back there.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, the little girl, I'll see if I can find a relative somewhere that she can stay with.
It's all right, you can stay with me.
Well, there's no sense in her putting out a perfect stranger.
I said she could stay with me. Plastic tree. We're not gonna use all this stuff, are we?
I don't know.
Well, grab a booth there. Go that way. Put this over there?
Yeah.
There you go. Some more?
Yeah. Can I get some hot chocolate?
Sure, but you gotta drink it quick. Gotta get Rocket back before she turns into the great pumpkin. What's the matter?
My hat. I left it in one of the shops.
Oh, no. You sure?
I could have sworn I put it in my jacket. Oh, you think it fell out? I guess I'll have to go back and retrace our steps.
Well, we'll come help you look.
No, that's okay. Well, I hope you find it. It was awful pretty. Oh.
now that it's just the two of us, we can talk. We have a lot of catching up to do, Daddy.
Marky, listen.
Mom said you were awful good in sports. I like sports, too.
Marky, listen. I know your mom told you that I was your father, but I think you should consider that maybe... You see, sometimes when it comes to things like honesty and love, adults aren't always as, I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just glad you're here. Oh, did you find it?
No, I'll look for it tomorrow.
It's too dark out there.
My hat.
Wonder why you didn't see it before.
Miss? 3 hot chocolates, hold the marshmallows on one.
And put them on mine.
So,
When are we gonna decorate the tree?
tomorrow. Right now, I think you should get some sleep, young lady.
Do I have to?
Yes, you have to.
Well, why don't we make some hot chocolate?
You already had hot chocolate.
What are you guys gonna do?
Well, Rocket and I are going to go down and have a drink, and then we'll be back up to go to sleep, too.
Well, where's everybody gonna sleep?
Yes, Dan, where is everyone going to sleep?
Well, you two will take the bed, of course, and I'll be very comfortable on the sofa.
Okay, sounds fine to me. Good night.
Good night.
See you in the morning, Daddy.
Okay, good night. Let's go.
Don't be late.
Go to sleep. Deputy Evans, this is Dan Tanner. I was wondering if you were able to locate... Yeah, well, I thought I would just check. Good night. He hasn't been able to locate Kay's psychiatrist. I mean, this is not exactly a booming metropolis. What's taking him so long?
Dan, I'm sure they'll find him. Don't worry about it. I take it you didn't tell Marky what her mother intends to do.
No.
Nor that you probably aren't her father.
No, I couldn't. Besides,
Besides, you aren't so sure anymore.
I don't know. Could Kay have kept that from me?
Depends. Why did you two break up?
Why does anybody break up? Lots of reasons. Can tell you one for sure. She was bound and determined to be a professional skier, and that meant traveling around the country, races in Europe. And I was bound and determined to do something here. And, she sent me letters for about a year, but she never mentioned anything about being pregnant.
What would you have done if she did?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Maybe she didn't either. I know you do the right thing, though.
You're terrific, you know that? Yeah, you are. But you never thought, being away from home at Christmas could be so much fun.
Don't worry about it.
ordinary circumstances, Mr. Tanner, I wouldn't open one of my instructor's lockers, even for the CIA, but Kay said you were coming to town. She spoke so highly of you that I suppose she won't be too upset. However, in a few minutes, the women will be coming in to change for the ski classes. And if you're still here, they'll be very upset. Well, I'll hurry. Thank you very much.
You better get that. I'm making belly buttons here.
Tana Investigations.
Merry Christmas. What's going on?
Oh, you know, we're getting ready for tomorrow's party. We're baking cookies and wrapping presents. Binzer.
I couldn't help it. It's all burned on the bottom.
Anyway, how's the skiing?
Well, the skiing is terrific. Things here are unbelievable. Can I talk to Mr. Binzer, please?
Be my guest. Oh, Mr. Quality Control Manager, you're wanted on the phone.
You know, you can be so cruel sometimes. Yo, Dan, you kid, you Dan. How you doing? Miss us already?
Well, not actually. Binzer, something I want you to check on for me right away.
Dan, come on. It's the day before Christmas. And besides, Bea needs me real bad right here.
Yeah, Binz, I know. I do it myself, except I'm on vacation, and I need the time to decide on your year-end bonus.
That's not very fair. You know that, don't you?
Yes, I know.
All right. What can I do for you?
Okay, write this down.
Hold it. Okay.
On June 27th, 1969, a girl named Margaret K. Drummond was born at Midtown Memorial Hospital in Reno. Time of birth was 8:40 p.m. Attending physician was Dr. J.L. Fisher. The mother was K. Suzanne Drummond. I want you to check the baby's birth certificate and find out who the father was.
Mind if I ask why?
I think when you see the certificate, you'll know why.
Okay, fine. When I get something, I'll tell you.
Okay, if you need any help, call Dave. I'm sure he has contacts at the courthouse in Reno.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Okay. Benz, don't eat all the cookies and say goodbye to Bea for me. Well, either Nelson or Binzer will verify it.
You might as well be 100% certain.
Well, everything indicates that I am Marky's father. And I think it's about time I stopped denying it and started making it up to her.
Still no sign of Kay.
No. Deputy Evans is still trying to locate her psychiatrist. It's the only lead we've got.
So, when are we going to build a snowman?
Snowman? Well, how about right after dinner?
Terrific.
Where'd you get that nice sweater?
You bought it.
Oh, I bought it. Forgot.
I think there's something missing.
Something missing. There is definitely something missing. Not
Yeah,
maybe
what?
something. There is something that normally goes right down there between the two eyes. Would you say, well, the nose, maybe?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a carrot.
Carrot. Anybody have a carrot? Left mine in the room. All of my carrots are in the room.
We probably don't have one around here. Maybe you could go get one. Well, I suppose I could go get one, couldn't I?
That worked out real fine, didn't it?
What?
You having Rocket go off to find a carrot for the nose? Just like you had her go off and look for a hat the other night?
No, I didn't.
I think it's about time you and I had a little talk, young lady. Come on. Now you want to tell me why you've been trying to get Rocket out of the way?
Mom said I could have Christmas with you. But you don't want to have Christmas with me. You just want to be with Rocket. It just makes me so mad. I did it because I wanted you to get to know me. I wanted you to get to like me. I never wanted anything so much in my whole life. Now I ruined all of it. You know how mean and awful I can be. And you're gonna go away just like you did before. And Mom's already gone away. And I'm not gonna have Christmas with anybody. I don't belong anywhere and I don't have anybody.
Oh, Marky, that's not true. That's not true. Say, you ever been to Las Vegas? Well, I think you're gonna come there and visit me a lot. And, could be you might even live there.
With you?
Yeah, with me. So, why don't we lighten up on Rocket, okay? Because you do belong somewhere. Belong right here.
Well, I think it's time for the star. No, you do it.
No, you go ahead.
I want you to, please.
Okay.
Wait. Here we go. Ready?
Hey!
All right. Very nice. Well, I think you should get to bed before a certain fat man in a red suit comes down the chimney.
Daddy, there's no such thing as Santa Claus.
What?
Marky, you'd better be careful. The last person he said that to is still in intensive care.
Good night.
Night. Merry Christmas, Dad. You too, Rocket. Good night.
Night. It's still snowing, huh?
Yeah,
This tree is looking real good.
I know. Dan?
Hmm?
What will happen if Marky's mother shows up again?
Well, I guess it's conceivable under the circumstances I might get custody.
Are you really that set on being her father?
Hold that. Hello?
As someone who has to work on Christmas Eve, speaking with someone who does not have to work on Christmas Eve, I hope I'm disturbing you.
Dave, not only have you ruined my entire evening, but my entire vacation. Does that make you feel better?
Much. Listen, Benja passed along your request about that birth certificate in Reno.
Mm-hmm.
Consider the following to be a Christmas present, all right?
All right.
Margaret K. Drummond, born Reno, Nevada, Washoe County, June 27th, 1969. Mother was K. Susan Drummond, father was John Michael Whitehead, etc., etc. Because you were particularly interested in him, I asked for more info. Outside of the fact that he did not marry the mother, he doesn't...
Dave, are you sure about the father?
John Michael Whitehead.
You're certain?
Dan, I'm holding the wire service copy of the birth certificate in my hand. Everything that you told Binzer fits to a T, except, of course, for the father's name. Now, if you could be more specific, maybe I can be more helpful. Dan? Dan?
Lieutenant Nelson? Hi. This is Dan's friend, Rocket.
What the hell is going...
Well, I just wanted to tell you that I think the Las Vegas Police Department has done a wonderful job this year. And you deserve to have a very nice holiday. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas to you, too, Rocket.
She faked the birth certificate. I'm not Marky's father. She had every detail planned from the minute she dropped Marky off. She knew I'd come looking for her. When I got to her apartment, there was a scrapbook with all those pictures of us. She knew I'd talked to her friends, her associates, so she had all them primed. And the clincher in her locker, the birth certificate.
So you'd believe you were really Marky's father?
Only someone who was as close to me as Kay could have played me like that.
And she did it so she could commit suicide, knowing Marky would be with you instead of in an orphanage.
Or with her real father, wherever the hell he is.
What I don't understand is why is she waiting till Christmas?
I don't know.
I mean, why did she do it after she dropped Marky off?
Wait a second, she said she was going to call on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably make certain that I was Marky's father.
When she calls, do you think they could trace it?
No, I don't think so. I think this town is too small. I don't think they're set up for it. Well,
what are you gonna do?
I go find Deputy Evans. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna find the case psychiatrist and get some answers. I'm gonna knock on every door in this town.
But Dan, it's Christmas Eve.
Excuse me.
Good evening. Dr. Sutherland?
Yes?
I'm Deputy Evans, Sheriff's Department. This is Dan Tanner from Las Vegas.
Doctor, pardon the intrusion, but I'd like to talk to you about one of your patients.
On Christmas Eve?
Dr. Kay Drummond is about to commit suicide.
Please, come in. We do have a problem.
Doctor, what happened? I mean, the girl I knew 10 years ago would never consider suicide. What happened to Kay?
Well, hers was a classic example of someone being torn between motherhood and a career. One side of her compelled her to give birth to that little girl years ago. The other side never really forgave either one of them for ruining what could have been a brilliant career as a pro on the skiing circuit. Consequently, both she and the child suffered.
Doctor, a tough question. How? How would Kay kill herself?
She was obsessed with Devil's Drop. That's a cliff on the north face of the mountain. She used to fantasize about one day merely skiing off into oblivion.
Thanks for your help, Doctor.
But the little girl, no matter how erratic Kay's behavior is to her, Kay loves her deeply, and she simply would not be able to abandon Marky. That's what I don't understand. Killing herself makes no sense.
Makes perfect sense, Doctor. The doctor said she'd probably be heading for a place called Devil's Drop. Maybe you ought to stake it out.
Devil's Drop? That's a good half-mile off the ski trails. It's in an avalanche area. I mean, you can't stake it out like a corner grocery store.
Well, she's got to take a lift to the top of the mountain. You can stake the lifts out.
Now, which lift? There's a whole slew of them up there.
The ones at the bottom.
Those lifts are going to be mobbed.
Well, put some of your men in there. They could keep an eye out for her.
It's Christmas Day. My people got family and friends they want to be with, Tanner. All you've got is a theory.
I got more than a theory. A young girl's gonna kill herself.
But when?
I don't know. She told her daughter she would call on Christmas Day after that, I guess.
I'll tell you what. My family's got nothing much planned before noon. I'll get down there the first thing in the morning. I'll hang around the lifts. I'll talk to the people in the ski patrol. Who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky.
Give you a lift home. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Dan.
Kay?
Let me talk to Marky, please.
Kay, listen, we have to talk.
Please, Dan. I just called to tell her Merry Christmas. Then we'll talk.
Is that my mom?
She wants to say Merry Christmas.
Mom? Hi. I mean, Merry Christmas. Daddy's wonderful, just like you said.
Does that mean you two are getting along all right?
We sure are. In fact, he wants me to come and see him in Las Vegas. If that's okay with you.
Of course it is. I've got to go. Why don't you give Daddy his Christmas present now? And I love you very much. Don't you ever forget that. Goodbye, darling.
Bye, Mom.
Kay, listen. She's calling from the ski area. I can tell by the background noise. She's probably heading for the lifts now. Call Deputy Evans and tell him we found Kay.
Okay. Well, Dad! Marky.
Have you seen Kay?
No, what's the matter?
She's headed for Devil's Drop. We gotta stop her. Come on.
There she is. I know her style anywhere.
Take the main trail. You try and cut her off.
I understand everything. I'm not Marky's father. Let me help you.
Please, you don't understand. I'm a horrible doer. Don't make me hurt her anymore. Please.
It's okay.
Well, you're so hard to shop for.
For me, huh? Oh, just what I wanted. Great. Nice knitwear. Those are terrific. Those are nice.
Hey, you guys, guess what?
What?
I just talked to Mom on the phone, and Dr. Sutherland says she can come home tomorrow.
Oh, that's terrific.
But you know what the best thing about it is? She sounded so excited, like she really wants to be with me.
Well, that's because she knows what a terrific daughter she's got.
Well, Marky, it looks like you and I can help each other pack tomorrow.
You're leaving tomorrow, too?
Yeah.
You know what I feel like doing? I feel like going skiing all by myself.
Marky, the lifts closed 15 minutes ago.
Did I say skiing? I think I meant skating. Skating.
Skating,
Yeah.
oh, yes. She meant skating.
Yeah. All by myself, just for hours and hours and hours.
And hours and hours. You do that, huh? Just leave us all alone like that.
Yeah, I know it'd be hard, but I bet you guys could handle it without me.
You do that and just miss the double thick hot chocolate with extra marshmallows?
Yep. I'd rather go skating.
Marky, how about if I ask you to stay?
Make that a triple marshmallows, and you got a deal.
There's a deal. Did he like these or not? I know I'm gonna get Benzer now.
guy's driving me nuts. Jeez. Can't even listen to Bing Crosby records like everybody else in the world.
What do you get with the program? It's Christmas. You gotta have a little spirit. Here, have some of this soup. This is
No, come on, I don't want any soup.
Come on, have some soup.
I
You'll
don't
feel a
want
lot
any soup.
better. It's good for you.
I said forget it, all right? I'm sick of the soup. I've been eating the stuff for 2 weeks now. You drive me crazy.
Okay. Go over the list, will you? The Christmas list.
I don't want to go over the list, okay? We've been going over the list now all day, all right?
Nick, look, I'm sorry that you're not feeling well, you know? I mean, I realize it's a crummy time of the year to feel sick, but please, don't take it out on me.
What are you jumping down my throat for? Did I ask you to put the soup down my throat? No, I didn't.
All right,
ask you to do
okay.
that.
No soup. The soup's not down your throat. I'm putting it down the sink, okay? There, the soup's gone.
I'm sorry. Well, man, you know how I get when I get sick. There's a lot of things that get at me right now. Christmas time wasn't that good for me when I was a kid, and I just get bummed out when I think about it, you know. Ever since I've been sick, that's all I've been doing. I've been thinking about it, man.
Why don't you get out of here? You know, take a walk, take a vacation. I don't care what you take, but whatever you take it soon, will you? Before one of us kills each other.
Give
it a rest, will you? Nick's got a headache.
Oh, again? Yeah, I'm sorry about that, buddy. I really didn't. Look, Nick, are you all right? I'm sorry about the Christmas tape. If you had told me that it bothered you, I would have turned it off. I didn't realize that.
No, I'm fine. Hat's a nice touch.
You like the hat? Oh, Cody told me that you have a headache. Oh, it's a tree, I mean. Cody told me that you have a headache, and I understand how excess noise and pounding
really?
can really get inside. I'm fine. Will you sit down? Yeah, listen, I can get you anything. Maybe a cup of tea
I'm fine,
or
Murray. I'm
something.
feeling better already. See, I'm happy.
Oh, that's great. Because hey, I got a great idea. Hey, Cody.
Huh?
Cody, come on up here. I got a great idea. Why don't all of us go out and pick out our living Christmas tree? What do you think? The big green one we're going to have. Yeah.
Good, yeah,
like
that sounds great. Nick, let's go.
No, I'm going to pass.
Come on,
No,
Nick.
no.
Will you come with us? Go get dressed.
Give the spirit. You know.
No. I'm going to go downstairs and watch TV, right?
Hello this time of year.
Yeah, hello.
No, you chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, you know, all that.
Murray, it's 80 degrees outside.
Yeah. I can be right over. Yes, sir. Bye-bye.
What is it, Nick? What's going on?
It's my Army Reserve commander. There was an accident in training exercises yesterday, and a soldier was killed.
Oh, gee, that's too bad.
I'm sorry to hear that.
They want me to escort his body back home to Wyoming for burial.
Can't they get somebody else?
No. Well, it's a tough time of year right now, you know. Most of the guys are married, they got families, and kids, you know. Besides, like you said, I guess I need to do something about my mood, right? Maybe what I need to do is be around other people who have more problems than I do.
This should destroy any other plans you have for the holidays.
It's really nothing compared to what Private Wilkinson's family must be going through. I'm more than happy to help out, really.
Well, I knew you would be, Nick. That's why I called you. This'll brief you on everything you need to know about funeral escorts. Essentially, it means transporting the body back to a local funeral home, coordinating a military honor guard. The deceased father's a vet, and he wants you to use members of his own VFW post for that.
Sir, can you tell me how Private Wilkinson died?
He has a freak accident, a 1 in a million faulty load on the mortar range. A shell detonated right on the training line. Private Wilkinson never knew what hit him. You know, I know having someone from his own guard unit there is going to mean a great deal to the Wilkinson family. Thank you, Nick. I really appreciate this.
Thank you, Colonel.
Darling, smile, and we will sing our favorite Christmas tune. Don't be sad, my love.
Coffee, Ben? Here. You've been freezing out here for an hour. We could be out here a good while longer, Ben. Believe me, I've been through this many times.
Well, I haven't.
Wilkinson. My name is Captain Ryder, sir. Please accept my sympathies.
Sympathies? In the military, I don't need.
Mr. Wilkinson? Maybe you ought to put on my jacket, sir. It's a little chilly out here.
Better keep it on. Liable to catch you death of cold.
Is there anything else you'd like me to do for you before I head on over to the motel?
Sure. Requisition me another son.
You know, I could call in for a later check-in time if you feel like talking.
Talking? Put the Army manual away. I ain't interested.
Mr. Wilkinson, I'd like to be of some help if I can, sir. I understand how this must be for you.
You don't understand a damn thing.
Sir, could you wait up, please, sir?
Wait? Why wait? I've been waiting 3 years for my son to come home for Christmas. Thanks to the Army. Didn't do me much good, did it?
No, sir, I guess it didn't. No, I think the best thing right now is just to get through this thing and try to get on the other side of it. Mr. Wilkinson, sir, please. I can't feel exactly what you feel right now. I wouldn't presume to say that I could. But I've lost some people in my life, too, sir. Some pretty terrific people. It meant a hell of a lot to me. And that's not from an Army manual.
Ben? Ben?
Good evening, Olga.
I didn't want to bother you at home, but I just made a special batch of my holiday fudge, and I thought you might like to have some.
Appreciate it, Olga.
If there's anything else you need, you'll let me know?
I'll be fine, Olga.
All right, then. Good night.
Good night, Olga.
Good night.
Holiday fudge.
It's nice to have people who care about you.
Look, you gave up your Christmas to help bury my son. Why? Orders?
No, sir. My guard unit, that's the way we are. We're there for each other no matter what.
Some rule in that manual of yours says you have to call me sir all the time?
No, sir. I don't.
What's your first name, Cap?
Nick.
Nick, that motel you'll be staying in is a flea bag. You might as well stay here. You may need this.
I was just looking around. I hope you don't mind.
You're my guest.
You know, I saw the mint lying here and I couldn't resist. Reminds me of the one I had when I was a kid. You know something?
Just about every kid I knew had one of these things. You know, the official Mickey Mantle model with the fake autograph on it? You remember those days?
I remember.
A real happy part of my childhood. Sure it was for Ricky, too. You know, this thing looks like it had a lot of hours of catch.
Never helped him much with his ball playing. He was always second string. You know, he played well enough to make the team, but not enough to play a lot. I tried coaching him, but it didn't help.
Well, Ben, sometimes coaching works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. Unfortunately, coaching can't teach you how to live your life.
Sleep well, Ben.
Hello. Wilkinson residence.
Hello, Ben.
No, this is Nick Ryder. I think Ben's asleep.
I'm so glad you answered. I didn't know where you were staying. I've checked all the motels. This is Phil Resnick at the funeral home.
Yes, sir.
Can you come over to my office right away, Captain? We need to talk.
Is there anything wrong, sir?
The body in this casket is not Ricky Wilkinson.
Mr. Resnick, I don't understand this.
I have read the official report. There were no other bodies. There were no other injuries. Private Wilkinson was the only fatality. He was killed by a mortar explosion. Now, I want you to tell me, how can you be 100% absolutely sure that this is not his body?
By his feet, Captain. You see, when Rick Wilkinson was 15 years old, he fell through the ice on a frozen pond. Now, he could have died, but he was quite fortunate. He only lost one toe on his left foot to the frostbite. Now, the toes on this young man are all intact. I'll show you if you like.
No, I take your word for it. What am I going to do now? Ben thinks that his son's funeral is tomorrow. Today. It's going to take me days. It's going to take me weeks to straighten this thing out. What am I supposed to tell him? How am I supposed to tell him?
Morning, Ben.
Hey, thought you were asleep.
No, I had to go out and take care of some things. Listen, it's really a nice day out. What do you say we go out and grab some breakfast, huh?
Hey, I got more food in this house than I know what to do with that. Olga Nemchik, she keeps bringing me plates of things. Why do people always bring you food when somebody dies, anyway?
Hey, listen, let me help you.
What? No. Fine. Just look at me. Boy, you'd think after 8 years in the Marine Corps and 2 wars that nothing could shake you up. It's not true.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Listen, Ben, do you think we could sit down and talk for a minute?
Sit down and talk, huh?
Yeah.
That usually means something important.
Let's just sit down.
Huh?
Ben, we're gonna have to delay this funeral.
Why?
Well, Phil Resnick says that there's a question on whether or not we actually have your son. Ben, I've been on the phone in California for the past 3 hours, believe me, trying to straighten this thing out, and the Army insists that it did not make a mistake. Ben, I feel like this is my responsibility. I can't tell you how sorry I am.
Do they know who is in that casket?
No, not yet.
And Ricky could be alive.
Ben, I'm not gonna let this thing hang. Now, my roommates are looking into this thing for us. You see, in civilian life, we're private detectives, and we're pretty good at this kind of thing.
Ricky is alive.
Ben, I don't know that.
I know. Another typical Army snafu. Situation normal, all fouled up. If that body in the coffin isn't Ricky's. Ricky's alive.
I don't know what else I can possibly do for you, gentlemen. I checked with my staff, and the answers come out exactly the same.
Well, we appreciate your efforts, Colonel, we do. But despite what your people have told you, there's obviously been some kind of a mistake in the case of Private Wilkinson.
I've been on the phone all morning. I rechecked the files myself, and I'm totally convinced that we sent a right body home for burial.
But how do you explain the physical discrepancy of 10 toes on the body? How do you explain
Well, from what our pathologist tells us about the condition of the body, counting 10 toes is pure conjecture.
All right, Colonel, would it be possible for us to see your pathologist?
No, that won't be possible.
Colonel, I don't think you understand something. There's some very nice people back in Wyoming who have good reason to believe that the remains you sent them are misidentified.
Now, what if we brought in a third impartial source, you know, like a pathologist?
Now,
I
hold
know
it.
some...
Now, understand this. I'm not your adversary. I was as shocked and dismayed as anyone when I got Captain Ryder's phone call last night.
Right.
And I understand how a bureaucracy the size of the United States Army could make a mistake.
Well, they have made a mistake.
I have examined everything thoroughly, and this case is closed. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm late for a meeting.
Let's go, driver. Merry Christmas, Colonel.
Mr. Wilkinson, it is an honor to meet you, sir.
Well, I appreciate you agreeing to see me, Congressman.
Well, after what our government has been putting you through, nonsense. I'm your representative, sir. And you'd be Captain Ryder, right?
Yes, sir, I am.
Yeah, please, have a seat.
Thank you.
Captain, I want you to know how proud we all are of the hard work you've done on this matter so far.
Well, thank you, sir.
This waiting has been getting to me. Were you able to find out anything in Washington?
Regrettably, no, not yet. These things, as I told you, take time. Mr. Wilkins, can I call you Ben?
Huh?
Now, Ben, it should come as no surprise to you that the Pentagon is a great, big, complicated universe of its own. Just trying to get a straight answer out of those people, even on the simplest matter, it's a regular career achievement. Captain Ryder, I'm sure you can relate to what I'm talking about.
Oh, sure.
So, I made some calls to colleagues of mine in appropriations. Believe me, Ben, if anybody knows the right buttons to push to get things done, it's them. In the meantime, Captain, I take it your friends have had no luck?
No, sir. They've been striking out all over the place. My commanders closed the books on us, and there are no clues at Private Wilkinson's apartment or workplace.
I see.
Look, wait, do you think that I'm spinning fantasies here with Ricky being alive?
No, Ben. Ben, don't worry about what people think. I'm going to get to the bottom of this matter. I told you, I promised. And I will pray that these so-called fantasies of yours come true.
Ben, I think it was a good move coming here today. It sounds pretty positive.
The guy is a waste of space.
Ooh, Congressman Hess? Ben, he's doing a lot.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of talking. Look, when a man uses your first name in every sentence, he's trying to sell you something.
Well, look, Ben, I wasn't exactly crazy about the guy myself, but he is in a position to get us some answers.
Look, you don't have to say that for my sake.
I'm not. Really, I'm not.
Oh, come on. It's written all over your face. Come on, come on. Don't ever play poker for money. Yeah. My job is to see you get all the answers you deserve, Ben. Come on, I haven't been in a coma all my life. I know a snow job when I hear one.
Where the hell do they get those guys anyway?
Politicians?
Yeah.
Oh, they breed them. They farm in upstate New York.
Inbreeding, that must be it. Inbreeding.
Well, we're on our own. I want to check out every military hospital and the stockades. There's no telling what trouble the kid's gotten himself into this time.
Ben, you once said to me you wanted me to be honest with you, right?
Mm-hmm. Try me.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. This idea you have about Ricky still being alive is a long shot at best. You've got to understand that.
And who says it's a long shot? You?
No, not just me, Ben.
You know, you're starting to use my name in every sentence, too, now. What, are you trying to sell me something?
Maybe in a way I am, yeah.
Do you really think that Ricky's dead?
I don't know what I think. Look, Ben, I just don't want you to get your hopes up. That's all I'm saying.
Look, if my hopes aren't up, I'm not going to make it. Now, when you have kids of your own, then you talk to me.
Hey, Ben. I'm sorry.
You know the old saying, wishing doesn't make it so?
Yeah.
Don't you believe it?
Well, this is really odd, Cody.
What, Murray? What's that? What's odd?
Private Wilkinson service records. You know, I was having trouble locating them in the local Army computer.
Yeah?
I located it in Baton Rouge.
I don't understand, Murray. What's so odd about that? There's an Army base in Baton Rouge. I've been there.
Yeah, I know that, Cody. But the only Army records stored in Baton Rouge are those of veterans who served in Southeast Asia.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, Wilkinson only joined the Army Reserve, what, last year, right? He never fought in Vietnam.
Murray, first a mix-up about sending his body, and now this. What the hell is the Army trying to hide?
Well, arriving passenger Ernie Lindstrom.
Welcome home.
Hey. Good.
This is Ben Wilkinson.
Murray Bazinski, sir.
How do you do, sir? Cody Allen. It's nice to meet you.
Well, I want you boys to know how much I appreciate what you're doing for me and Ricky.
Yes, sir. We're happy to do whatever we can. Do you have some luggage? I think the claim is over here.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, you telling me that he still believes his son is alive?
Well, it's a long story. I'll tell you this, though. I never wanted anything more in my life than I want Ben to be right.
Boy, this is excellent work, Ben. Your friend, Mr. Resnick, he's very, very thorough. Look at the stuff he sent. The dental records, fingerprint charts. You see, by accessing the Army computer, I mean to compare these records with the Personnel Division files, and I'm going to find out who that soldier is that they keep insisting is your son. Now, if I get a positive ID here, there's no way they can be so obstinate. Do you understand what I'm saying?
It's too complicated for me. I'm gonna go nuts waiting around here, letting machines do the work.
I know it's frustrating for you, but listen, believe me when I tell you that we're doing everything we know how to do.
I'm sure you are. The phone number of the commander, you know,
Ryan?
Yes, Colonel Ryan.
Oh, listen, Ben, I don't think it's a good idea for you to...
Now, he may have scared you boys off, but not me.
Ben, really, I really think you ought to leave
The
this...
number.
But Ben...
Now, what is it?
Okay,
What
the
is it?
rental
Where'd you-
car's taken care of.
Hi, Cody.
What's going on here? You guys all right?
Well, Ben wants to call Colonel Ryan.
Yeah, what I really want to do is belt the clown.
Yeah, Ben, I understand. I'd like to hold him down for you, okay? But the best thing we got going right now is our plan to get the information they're holding. You got it?
Well, you gonna just walk into Army headquarters?
Yes. Just watch us.
I don't get it. I just don't get it.
What is it?
Nothing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't get it. How can a man be blown to bits by a mortar shell and nothing about the incident shows up on the base records? How can that be?
Yeah, there's no statement from the instructor on duty at the time either.
No witness statements either, right?
No.
That's
what I
No,
thought.
since when did Uncle Sam not write 1,000 pages on an accident like this, you know? They didn't even send a cleanup crew to the accident site, you realize that? I mean, how can a soldier fall off the face of the earth and there's no record of it at headquarters? Negligent death, maybe. Huh?
Or a murder.
Well, whatever it is, it's a lot bigger than we thought it was going to be. I told you, Murray found Wilkinson's service record stashed in Baton Rouge.
All right. What are we supposed to do now? You know, I sure as hell cannot look Ben Wilkinson in the eye without having some answers.
There's always the direct approach.
Do you have any explanation how these men were able to just walk onto the base and into our central files, Lieutenant?
We're not sure, Colonel. They somehow managed to arrange passes at the main gate. We're looking for an inside accomplice.
Check into Colonel Murray Bazinski, inactive. He's your man.
They sure keep lousy hours around here, Nick.
Yeah, it's funny how fast the Army can move when they want to.
That'll be all, Captain.
Hello, Colonel. Guess you heard I'm back from Wyoming.
Your sarcasm's extremely inappropriate, Captain.
Sarcasm? What reason for sarcasm do I have?
No reason. Except that the Army's lying.
You gentlemen are in very deep trouble. Computer tampering, falsification of orders, breaking and entering, unauthorized access to classified documents.
Who is this guy, anyway?
Well, this guy is Lieutenant Walker, and he's here to find out everything you know about Private Wilkinson.
Or think you know.
There are certain reporters who just love a juicy cover-up. I think that's what we got here.
Well, what makes you think there's a cover-up?
What are Private Wilkinson's service records doing in Baton Rouge?
I think the Times could find that one out for us.
Yeah, they'd have it all over this Sunday's edition.
You know, Colonel, I believe in doing my duty as much as the next man. But where I draw the line is when that sense of duty is used to hurt someone like Ben Wilkinson. Ben is a very good man, and he deserves to have some straight answers about his son that go way beyond whatever reasons you've got for all this secrecy.
Even national security reasons, Nick?
Colonel?
That'll be all, Lieutenant. Take the guards.
Yes, sir.
How can a reserve PFC possibly involve national security, Colonel?
You know I can't tell you that. But you have my personal assurance that there are very real national security reasons involved here.
I think Ben Wilkinson deserves a lot more than that.
So does the family of whoever's in that casket in Wyoming, Colonel.
The casket that used to be in Wyoming. You know, we're not playing games here. You're on very fragile ground. Now drop this case and drop it immediately.
Man, I haven't been this proud of my country since the Bay of Pigs fiasco.
Tell me about it. Damn it! Look at the clock. Look at the clock.
You think they're trying to tell us something?
Where you guys been hiding? What took you so long? Did you get anything?
Oh, Murray, we had car trouble. What's going on?
Oh, well, I'm very worried about Ben. He had a frustrating morning trying to reach that Congressman Hess of his back in Wyoming.
Hey,
You're back.
Hey, man. You won't believe what I've been through. That jackass congressman of mine, he won't take any of my calls.
Yeah, Murray told us. I think Cody and I can explain it to you, Ben.
Yeah.
You found out something?
Listen, Ben, why don't you have a seat here, okay? And we'll tell you all about it.
It's another one of those sit down and talk things, huh, Nick?
Ben, it's pretty clear to us that Colonel Ryan or somebody in the military got to Congressman Hess last night and they dropped the Pentagon down on him.
They don't want investigating Ricky's whereabouts, Ben. They even called it a national security matter.
National security? The kid is a weekend warrior. He's not even an officer. He was a grease monkey in civilian life, for God's sake.
Ben, no one is going to intimidate us out of helping you, not even the United States Army.
No, I don't believe this is happening to me. This is my government. You know, I served this country all my life. 2 wars. And I even paid my taxes while everybody else around me was cheating on theirs. How much can we steal from the government this year, boys, huh? You know, when my wife died, I tried to raise. I tried to teach him to be a good citizen, a good American. I even supported that crummy war you guys fought in. Although I never believed in it. What do I get? Snow jobs, double talk, conspiracy of silence. Well, damn them all to hell.
That's it.
Clever.
Great, this is it. We've identified the body.
Captain Vic Harper.
Yeah, look at that resume, will you?
Highly decorated Vietnam vet. He had 3 active tours, special forces. And fluent in the Cambodian and Vietnamese languages. That's interesting.
Says Captain Harper died in a training exercise.
The same day that Rick Wilkinson was killed. There wasn't a single mention of this in the files at headquarters.
Yeah, the question remains, why would the military try to bury Captain Harper in Rick Wilkinson's grave?
Under a national security smokescreen.
You know what? I say we take this baby right to the newspapers. Battle with these bozos trying to push us around. Come on. Ben, we've identified the body in the casket. It's a soldier by the name of Harper.
Good.
You all right?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yes. Just, you know, I raised Ricky to be a man. A man. I spent most of my time yelling at him. I know. He joined the reserves to please me. And I never told him that wasn't the point. I never told him that Now these guys, they're jerking me around. It's like I'm a duck in a shooting gallery going round and round.
That just proves that what goes around comes around, Ben. Look up there. You guys, isn't that the ever-charming Lieutenant Walker?
What the hell is he doing here?
Let's find out. Come on.
Lieutenant Walker, what a surprise.
You're in the neighborhood and you didn't drop by for eggnog, Lieutenant?
I strongly recommend you do not detain me.
Oh, do you now?
I'm on official Army business.
Hey, does the Army know that you've been listening to a Walkman on duty, Lieutenant?
Murray, you got any idea what's in that thing? Take a look.
It's a state-of-the-art, sophisticated listening device.
Why am I not surprised to learn that?
What official business are you on?
I'll have to answer to you.
Not unless you want to go to the hospital. Now, what is it?
I was only following orders.
That's very original, Lieutenant. You know something, man? You're really getting to me. It's a damn disgrace to that uniform what you're putting Ben Wilkerson through. It makes me ashamed I ever wore one. And I never thought there'd be anything that could make me ashamed of that.
Captain, wait. Bringing these men in to see Colonel Ryan.
I'll tell him you've arrived, sir.
No, there's no need for that. Thank you, Corporal.
Yes, sir. was very convincing, Lieutenant. You've passed your first test.
Yeah, keep up the good work. We'll put in a word for your court-martial.
Look, Lieutenant, why don't you just tell us whether or not Wilkinson is alive or not?
He's not, is he?
No.
Cambodia? What in the world was he doing in Cambodia?
It was a top-secret rescue mission, Murray, and it went bad.
A rescue mission?
Yeah.
To rescue whom?
American MIAs. Despite the public impression of us, we worked relentlessly to find any possibility of Americans imprisoned in the area. Reliable information placed a prison camp at the Phui Bacan Valley.
It says here that a volunteer unit was assembled in California, specially trained. Are you saying that Private Wilkinson was part of those volunteers?
Once he heard about the mission, he requested active duty status. He was killed in heavy firefighting. The unit barely had time to withdraw.
Why didn't you tell Ben this? You could have saved him a lot of hassle, you know that?
We couldn't tell him because officially no mission ever took place. You know, any leaking of this to the public will seriously jeopardize future missions.
Yeah, I can see that. The press would go crazy with that.
Well, what about the body? Why was the wrong one sent for burial?
Because somebody goofed, Murray. Captain Harper was killed on the same mission. And somebody got the tags mixed up. Am I right?
That was an extremely unfortunate situation. Private Wilkinson had already been buried in Captain Harper's grave. Once we realized what had happened, we had to proceed or run the risk of public knowledge of our actions.
Somebody's got to explain this to Ben Wilkinson.
You know I can't help you.
I think I know how you can.
En route to the projected location of the enemy camp, the detail was ambushed. Sudden hail of bullets, little or no cover. Captain Vic Harper was wounded almost immediately. Private Rick Wilkinson was close by. Captain Harper was about to throw a hand grenade when he was wounded. Live grenade fell out of his hand, the pin was out. Without regard for personal safety, Private Wilkinson dove for the grenade, covered it with his own body, saving the lives of many others in the unit through his extraordinary action. It's my honor to bestow on Private Rick Wilkinson, posthumously, the Distinguished Service Cross. We're all indebted to your son, sir. I'd like to apologize for the unforgivable delay in telling you that. Thank you.
It's a very nice ceremony, Ben.
Excuse me, Mr. Wilkinson. Mr. Wilkinson, I'm Raul Castillo. I was in your son's unit.
Oh, it's nice to know you, Corporal.
I want you to know he cared a lot about the MIAs, Mr. Wilkinson. That's why he volunteered, in case some of them were still alive over there. He said it was a fair gamble. Mr. Wilkinson, there's something else. It's from Ricky. Even though it was against regulations, we all wrote letters home and then we traded them in case something went wrong. Yeah, I was going to deliver it to you as soon as they let me out of the hospital. He was a real great guy. We all owe him one.
Ben?
Oh. You remember that, you remember that Mickey Mantle baseball met in Ricky's room? Yeah. When he
Christmas when he was 10 years old. His mother's been dead for 2 years. And he wanted that meant more than anything else in the world. And, well, it's been a bad year for me. I've been laid off by the company. And I told him he couldn't have it. After Christmas, maybe. And 2 days before Christmas, he came home and he had the mitt. He said he'd found $20 in the street. I knew he was lying. I knew he'd taken it from my wallet. And I yelled at him and I called him a liar. And I punished him. But I could never get him to admit it. $20. The letter's a damn confession.
No, it isn't, man. It's more like a love letter. You know, he's setting things straight.
I hope so.
All around a tree. What does it really mean? Oh,
Who and me, it all seems very strange. How once a year the people change, and for a little while they open up their hearts.
oh, can't you see that something's wrong? We're singing all these holy songs, but the meaning doesn't last the whole year long.
Now
How'd we get so far behind? We should have this feeling all the time, but somehow now it seems so hard to find.